Welcome to question number 5. For part A, you've been asked to sketch the graph of y equals 3 to the power of x, where x is any real number, and on the sketch show the coordinates of the point at which the graph meets the y-axis. So you might like to pause the video and sketch the graph, come back, see if it agrees with what I sketch. And if you're having problems with sketching graphs of this type, exponential graphs, then just look at our tutorial and it should help you understand how to sketch these kind of graphs. Okay, welcome back to part A, which we had to sketch this graph. So let's see what you did. Let's start by drawing the axes. So we'll have our y-axis straight down here. Don't forget to put an arrow on the top, label it y, and our x-axis, let's start from here, go across. So that'll be our x-axis, again arrow on the end, and label it with an x. Okay, so you should be familiar with graphs of this type, exponential graphs. So we would get something that starts from here, it doesn't touch the x-axis, but starts from round about here, just above the x-axis, and as x increases, the graph increases, going through 1 there and rises very rapidly up through here. So this would be the graph of y equals 3 to the power x. Let's just write that again on there, y equals 3 to the power x. Now we've been asked to find out and label where the graph crosses the y-axis, and this will be clearly when x is 0. So when x is 0, let's put that coordinate in there, x is 0, then we would have 3 to the power 0. Anything to the power 0 is going to be 1, so y would be 1, so it crosses the y-axis at 0, 1. That's that point there. Okay, so hopefully you got that one correct, and if you did, that's going to be 2 marks for you. Okay, so we move on to part B now. Now in part B, we're given a table. Let's just bring that table up. There's the table. We're given this table and asked to complete it, giving the values of 3 to the power x to 3 decimal places. We've got to fill in these empty spaces here. So I'll give you a few moments just to write those values in. Just pause the video, come back when you're ready. Okay, welcome back. Let's see how you got on. So when x is 0, 3 to the power 0 is going to be 1. Should be able to do that without a calculator. Then we have 3 to the power 0.6. So using a calculator, giving your answer to 3 decimal places, remember, you should find that you get 1.933. And then finally 3 to the power 0.8, giving that answer to 3 decimal places, should be 2.408. 2.408. So that is our table completed, and all we now need to do is the final part of the question, part C. And in this part it asks us to use the Trapezium Rule to find, using the table of values above, find an approximation for the value of the integral from 0 to 1 of 3 to the power of x integrated with respect to x. So use the Trapezium Rule to find an approximation using the table of values above to this integral here. Okay, so you might like to pause the video, see how you get on, come back when ready. If you have problems with the Trapezium Rule, then again you might like to view our tutorial on this, come back and hopefully you should be able to do it. Okay, welcome back if you had a go. So using the Trapezium Rule, this will be approximately, okay, so we'll use the approximately sign. There we go. It's approximately the width of each interval, so you can see from the table it goes up in 0.2 widths, so our width will be 0.2, so it'll be 0.2, and then it's the width divided by 2, half the width of a strip. Then we have, let's put a square bracket in here, okay, and then we have the first height, which is 1, then it's plus 2 times the sum of all the middle heights, that's starting from the 1.246, then the 1.552, 1.933, and then finishing on the 2.48. So it's twice the sum of the middle heights, so that is 1.246 plus 1.552 plus the 1.933 plus 2.408. So we'll close that bracket, and then we add the last height, so that's plus the 3. Close off our square bracket, so do that there, down through there, like so. So that's the end of our bracket, and we just need to work this out. So on a calculator you should find that you get 1.8278. Okay. And so this is equal to 1.83, giving our answer to 2 decimal places, 2 dp. There you go. So hopefully you got that one right as well, and if you did get that one right, you would have got 4 marks. By the way, I didn't tell you how many marks you'd get for the table of values. If you did that, you would have got 2 marks, so just put the 2 in there. Okay, so hope you got all that question right. Well done if you did, and that concludes question 5.